I want to start with something, Prashanth, you said in an interview. It's a descriptor, which I loved and I'm totally stealing. You said, you described these films as anti-gravity cinema. You said that the love for macho heroes and anti-gravity cinema is sort of built into anyone in South India who's grown up on the cinema of Rajinikanth or Chiranjeevi. And I think that's just a brilliant way to describe these films, which are not necessarily sticking to the logic of physics or geography or any logic at all, right? But I think it takes a real talent to make these. I want to start by asking both of you, what are the elements that you must have, before you go into this thing of this larger than life sort of canvas?
No. Emotion. Anybody is going to tell you that first.
Emotion.
Yep. Emotion.
But the emotion, Prashanth, you also have in sort of slice of life films, right?
Correct.
Or relatable movies. So what is specific about this emotion?
We should have that more so in movies like this, because when you talk about the anti-gravity or the macho kind of movies, if there is no strong reasoning behind all of this, then it's like watching set pieces. And nobody likes to just watch set pieces. They don't want to come out of the movie saying that, we watch set pieces. They want to know that this guy is this powerful and he can hit 100 people. It cannot come out of just pure natural strength. It should come out of madness. It should come out of some emotion that's inbuilt. And you understand that emotion, and people will not concentrate on how can these 100 people fly. They're going to concentrate on, this guy can do it. And the believability of basically the stars down south, the portrayal of them is almost godly. So it's very easy to make movies like this with stars, because you have an image about them even when you're coming to watch the movie, and you understand that this is a superstar that can hit 100 people. And with him, more so, it became a much easier task for me to put in all those anti-gravity elements that you were talking about. But yeah, it should come with a strong reasoning. And if that doesn't come in, then people are going to talk about your anti-gravity elements.
I love these films because it's the cinema I grew up with in the 70s and the 80s on the films of Mr. Bachchan. He was as larger than life as they came. The one thing that many of these films do, and especially the films that are being made now, is that somehow the women get very sidelined, which is what happened in Pushpa, which is what happened also in KGF, which is what happened in RRR, though not in Bahubali. Prashanth, you're making, of course, a film with Prabhas Salar. You're making after that a film with, NTR 31 with Tarak. These, like this one, are going to be big films about, sort of oversized, sort of outsized heroes. How do we ensure that women also get a place?
They already do have a place.
Well, I'm hoping in KGF 2,
yes,
Raveena gets to kick some butt.
Oh, yes.
No. See, I think I beg to differ, because the story is about that mother.
Right.
She's a woman.
She's
a woman.
Of course,
and that's
she
her
is.
intention.
I know,
And
but it's so
that's
much
her-
about you. I mean, Rocky.
It's about her son, and that's her dream. So this is our expression of respecting women.
No, I'm not at all suggesting you're not respecting women. I'm just saying,
You're
women...
not sidelined. Everything runs around in our movies also. Either you're fighting for women, or you're trying to impress women.
But can we get more, I'd say, substantial female characters?
I think it depends on which point of your director wants to tell the story. See, I
That's
was
why
telling Mahabharata.
I'm asking the director.
If you want to show
insert-
Mahabharata from Draupadi's point of view,
Right,
it will be different.
right.
From Duryodhana's point of view, it will be different.
Absolutely.
And it's just about how you decide. Now, from Pandavas, it will be different. So when a director decides to tell a particular story, so we don't discriminate like that. So whatever that story needs to be addressed, or however that story needs to be told, I think that is what our directors are doing. I think we also have very strong characters. Like Ramika Sen character is one of the
Ishwari Rao's character
character
very
is
strong.
there.
We have a bunch of them this time. I think you should ask me this question after the 14th.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll have a different view of me then.
Listen, I can't wait to see it. The other thing that's very interesting to me is how Kannada cinema has really flourished in the last few years. I mean, one of my favorite films last year was Garuda Gamana, which is just a fantastic
Mine too,
movie.
mine
Yeah,
too.
it
Even
was
I
just-
loved it.
I loved it. I mean, the things that Raj Shetty did, it was such a cinematic movie. What has changed there to enable this flourishing? Is anything different now?
I think it was always there.
And
it's
we
now
weren't
that-
looking. Is
Yes,
it? Yes.
I think so. We had movies like this, gems that came out every now and then, and I have loved all those movies. There are a whole bunch of them. I think now now that there's a little more spotlight on the Kannada industry the last few years. I think now.
Well, you two had a big hand to play in that.
No, I don't want to comment on that.
So you're saying it's not like anything fundamentally has changed within the business.
I don't think they're changing at all. If they saw the success of KGF and they wanted to make movies like KGF, they're not doing that.
Right.
When you watch Garuda Gamana, they've stuck to their guns.
Yeah.
What they believe should be the story is how they've told it. If they wanted to really encash on an industry that is that wants to move forward, that wants to spread its wings even more further, they would have done something very different.
Yeah.
I think directors, all these youngsters who are coming in, they're coming with that confidence on a different level. They're thinking like, we'll be true to our cinema. And now now, like you said, a lot of people are able to see Kannada films, or it's maybe the attention is towards this thing. So it is getting its due respect, and there are some wonderful filmmakers who have always been doing films. But in terms of scale, probably to grab that attention, KGF did that.
Yeah.
I will admit that, because I don't want to be modest in this point, because I want people to get inspired and think about those things. But I think there are some wonderful filmmakers. They just need that their due respect, or if people should start recognizing and talking about them, then there will be many more such opportunities where youngsters can come in.